Back to the channel, Moperman 1978 here. Today, I was off yesterday, but I spent half our time in Springfield. Dentist, or not a dentist, but back doctor appointment, chiropractor, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, got home, started work on the Valiant, and didn't get a lot done yesterday. Come out here this morning as soon as I was getting up and around, and started working on the Valiant. It's about 1:45 right now. I got to be worked by 3 today, so I'm getting ready to go in and get cleaned up, lay down for a nap before I go to work tonight, because I got to close. Anyway, you might notice something a little different on the old Valiant there, especially the front end. I got the brakes all done on the front end. I haven't bled the system yet. That front tire's got to be aired up. The camber is a little off on both front tires. I got to bring the control arm in towards the fender well a little bit more tomorrow morning. I don't have to be at work till 3 tomorrow also. So that'll straighten the tire back up. And the driver's side isn't as bad, but the passenger side's a little worse. Anyway, there's no jack stands underneath the car whatsoever. That's the stance that it's got. Now on the back, the guy, whoever, this was an Arkansas car, somebody had put a piece of junk aftermarket trailer hitch on the back of it, and they didn't even go about doing it the right way. They sent the bracket through behind the license plate area here, and then the bottom bracket went through the trunk of the floor, and luckily it didn't bend it all up and buckle it and all that other junk. But I noticed the car did bottom out a couple times. The original transmission had a small 2-inch chunk taken out of the bottom of the bell housing, and then a 1-inch chunk was ripped back on the K-frame, but I heated that up, beat it back into position, and I think I still got to weld it. I just didn't get to that point because of all the wintry mixes and all that stuff and the cold temps. We're out here today, and it's got to be in the mid-70s, so it's been like that so far this week. We're really glad, because that single digits and negative 12 wind chill factor was not fun, especially on the old electric bill. But anyway, the guy did do something halfway decent. It's got a pair of Midas. They're a pair of yellow Midas heavy-duty shocks with coilover springs on them. And what I did is, when I got the car, I went ahead and jacked up the rear end, took out and put the frame up on jack stands, and I bought all the polyurethane bushings for the front hangers and the rear shackles, and upgraded to the anti-rust grade 8 mounting bolts and nuts. And as you can see, there's those Midas shocks. They still have the original aluminum back foil type sticker decal on the shocks. I checked them out. They're real good. They compress and expand back into position like they're supposed to, so they're still good. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to get a little bit longer bolts so I can put a lock nut on the end of these shackles, because right now it's just a regular nut, and I don't trust the regular nut on the end of these, especially with all the flexing and stuff like that, and I don't want these to back off and come off going down the road and whatnot. The front ones are fine. And then what I got to do tomorrow, hopefully. I might be getting in the middle of the process of doing it. I'm gonna get the brakes put on the back. I haven't had a chance to do them yet, and get the emergency brake stuff all set up. And then I'm gonna set the emergency brake, block the front tires, and then put the back end of this car up. Hopefully on those steel ramps I have, the reinforced steel ramps, or just real high on the jack stands. Probably put 2 pairs of jack stands underneath on each side here. But what I'm going to end up doing is I just got the back universal joint hold down clamps, the bolts finger tight. Got to drop the drive shaft back out, and I'm going to be replacing that front seal on the rear end hopefully tomorrow. If not, because we got rain coming in Wednesday, and then after Wednesday it's supposed to be clear the rest of the weekend, and I'm off Friday, and the temp's supposed to be back up in the 70s again and clear. And so I'll probably finish it up then. But you could see that the custom exhaust work I did back here. Still got to clean that up. It's got the leftover flux and stuff like that, the splatters from off of the welding and stuff still on that. I got to clean that up. But other than that, yep, all new pipe from the manifold all the way back. I custom built all that, and it's up out of the way. No clearance issues. And then all I gotta do is bleed the back brakes after I get everything else done. And I've already priced a gas tank for this online on eBay. I can get a brand new gas tank, nice one, with sending unit for 140, 150 some dollars before shipping, which that'll be fine. If we need to, we'll just use a cleaned out antifreeze container strapped to the inside the engine bay next to that little flat spot on the bottom on the frame next to the fender well. We'll strap that down and run a hose over into it, sealed hose. And but I still got to order the shifter cable for the B&M star shifter, and then the mounting bracket for the cable to go the bolts to the side of the transmission on the where the oil pan is. And then all that's left is the interior work. First we're going to finish up with the weld, spot the little patch welds, then go from there to spraying any of the bare metal with rust converter, and then from rust converter it's going to go to sealed primer, and then we're going to put the jute padding in there with the aluminum back heat reflection material that's glued to the back of that jute from the factory. I think it's like 25 feet by 4 feet wide roll for like $20-$30, and we're going to do that, and then get the next couple of paychecks, because we still got my income tax check. I got to fill out my income taxes so I can get my federal back. But unfortunately, I went through what was left of the profit sharing check for bills here and stuff for the project vehicles and whatnot. We'll get and if I have to, I'll get at least one bucket seat bolted down to the floor before we get all the padding and carpet and stuff put in, just so I can go ahead and take this thing for a test drive around the block, or up the road here and back. Of course, I'll have to get it aligned. We got a guy in town in Branson that knows what he's doing. Lakeside Tire. If you're ever in Branson, you need the front end align. He knows what he's doing, and I think he charged my mom $40 to do the alignment on her 2006 Chevy Silverado, and I think he charges around the same price to do older vehicles too. So we'll do that, and then we'll probably end up driving the car around without the headliner in it. Eventually we'll get the headliner. We're going to have to decide on what color headliner, because based off the color that came in this car, it was like some weird pewter looking colored color. They don't make that in the upholstery restoration catalogs, where you can just buy it and then install it yourself. They don't make that color. So we either have to go with a white or a tan. I think we might do a tan, because we're going to be doing like almost like a saddle color on the carpet. And then the seats will be, we got a special vinyl dye. There's a place in Springfield, Missouri called, oh gosh, I can't remember, House of Color or something. I can't remember what it is. My buddy knows. Anyway, I'll tell you about it in the next video. We talked to the guy and looked through the color samples to try to give more of that interior like earth tones, so it kind of blends in with one another, so it's not all mixed matched. And then I need to drill out the holes for the 6x9 so that I can anchor them in better. We're going to put carpet, a matching carpet up on that back deck. I am going to find an aftermarket hot rod type third brake light to put in, something that matches the vehicle, maybe from the 40s or 50s. Kind of give it the, but anyway, that's pretty much it. So the whole drive line will be finished, and then we just got to deal with the interior, and then the car's going to need another bath. We've had so many birds out here feeding and whatnot and crapping on everything, the wild songbirds and all that. But give this car another bath. It's been sitting for a long time, and then I might do a little bit more cosmetic work. Like, I know before it gets too hot, I want to get this rear quarter panel area fixed. As you can see right there, I'll have to cut all that out, grind it. If I have to, I'll sandblast in there and get it all the, and then treat it with the, after I weld the patch in there, weld it with or seal it with a bunch of rust converter. Even if I have to like brush it in there with an actual small house brush, get all the little nooks and crannies so it helps soak up the places that primer wouldn't normally be able to go. Get that all taken care of so it doesn't rust any further. And then since we found out that the Rust-Oleum comes in a spray can at your hardware store or home improvement store, the regular spray can of almond from Rust-Oleum, almond gloss, matches this factory almond color from Mopar, and that's what I painted the engine bay with after I got it all cleaned up. And you can't hardly tell the difference with the color. You'd have to get right down and try to look at it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of polish the car, put a little bit of buffing compound on it, and if we have to, I'll do it in sections. I'll start with like the hood, and then the front fenders, and then the two front doors, and then the other four door. Well, this is a 4-door car. So go with the 2 doors, and then start with the roof. Mask off all this back here, and then do the roof, because we've got these divider trim pieces. So we'll mask all that off and do the whole roof one morning when it's cool, and then shade. And then we'll do all the quarter panel, and then we'll finish up with the trunk lid. And if we have to, otherwise we're going to leave the patina as is. I don't know what got on this here. I don't know if they tried to paint it with a brush or something, but it's not smooth, and it's pitting and flaking. It's some weird paint or something. They spilt something on it. I don't know what they did, but anyway, I got to redo this. Somehow the paint started flaking out of there, I'm going to redo that. That takes several days and several coats of anodized paint. I did blue and red, and then once I get done, I'm going to put a clear coat over it. Finishing up the steering wheel. I entered the drawing online on Facebook to try to win the that mango orange racing Dodge Demon. It's got racing slicks and everything on it, and it comes with $20,000 cash. I spent like 35 bucks, got like 150 or 175 entries sent in, and then while I was at it, I bought a pack of stickers. And the pack of stickers, there was just enough in the pack of stickers to put one on the back of the Valiant, the one on the back of my truck on the window, one on the back window of my mom's truck, and then I got one left over for once I start driving the my 65 Dart. I'm going to put one in the back window on there too. But I still have the AHRA decal. I'm going to have to get another one because this has been on here for a long time and it's really faded and starting to flake off. And this one here, you know this one. But this one here, Hedden's Performance Parts, that's actually owned and operated by, that's a ma and pa type business, privately owned business, little speed shop up in Springfield, Missouri. Paul's dad started that, and Paul's been helping him throughout the years, and now since Paul's dad had passed on a few years back, Paul's been running the store by himself, and so why not help out the mom and pa businesses over the big corporate industry businesses. And so yeah, there's that. And so yeah, there's still waiting on the heads to get finished. The guy works by himself, and then we had all the crappy weather come in, and he already had some projects he was doing for customers before I dropped my heads off to the shop. And then we checked in yesterday while we were in Springfield in the machine shop about the intake, and they were supposed to be finishing it up, or at least getting it started yesterday, like hot tanking it, and then going through the process of bead blasting it to get it down to bare metal, all that stuff, and make it look like it just came out of a foundry. It's bare metal and stuff. So I can get that back and get that masked off and painted whenever they call and let me know. Hopefully I can pick it up by Friday because today's Tuesday. But anyway, it's only 30 bucks to have that done and don't have to mess with it anymore. Just prime it, paint it, and then have it sitting around waiting to be bolted onto the 318 in the truck. So anyway, I rambled on long enough. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Also, this helps other channels, not only mine, but if you at least leave a comment, besides giving a thumbs up or whatever, subscribing, what YouTube likes to do, go through randomly different channels and knock down some of the subs, because they just figure, oh, they just subbed, they're not actually paying attention to the channel, so let's knock some of them subscribers off, and then you'll the YouTuber will see that they've lost free subscribers. And they found out by actually people leaving a comment in the comment section on any of the videos. You can go back through the archives. I got tons of stuff that I got in the older videos, tech tips of all kinds of stuff dealing with slant sixes, all kinds of odds and ends, car shows, whatever. Feel free to go back through and look at all the old stuff. There's a lot of tech tips on the slant six, whether it be the oiling system, the low budget upgrades, just working on the car, my Dart, that sort of thing. And then I've worked on other people's vehicles, including the General Lee's Hazard County squad car. I talked to my buddy here in Branson. He said he retired from that shop that has Ecto 1 that they're working on, but he can come up and visit any time. So I have to get with him, and we kind of have to coordinate a time where we can meet up, and then I can go in and film the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters that they're building. It's an authentic Cadillac, that exact model. I don't remember the exact Cadillac model off the top of my head, but once they get it done, it will be a documented actual Ecto-1, something that even Dan Aykroyd would be very fond of. And my understanding is once they get it done, just to have it rented out for like a car show or something, it's going to be like $20,000 for, because I was mentioning to them that they should take it to car shows and have people stand next to it and pay a couple bucks, get their photo with Ecto-1, especially the several Ghostbuster reenactors from Springfield and around the area that comes and visits all the time. And there's whenever they have another Comic-Con, they did have all the Ghostbusters there with all their their variations of the Ghostbuster vehicles. So yeah, and so that'd be cool. But anyway, I gotta go get cleaned up, relax before I go to work. So until next time, signing off here.